What's up, everybody out there in the YouTube world? Came over here to my buddy Taylor's house. What's up, Taylor?
What's up?
Came out here to get a little bit of supplies for a little project that I'm fixing to start doing back at the house. But I just wanted to give you a little preview of something going on out here. If you notice anything out of the ordinary, you see the brake booster and everything is on the wrong side of the car, indicating one thing, and that might be that the steering wheel is on that side of the car.
You mean I can get into it from this side of the car? And
I believe you can.
This side right here.
I believe you can.
Right here. Look at this. We can go for a little cruise.
Go for a little cruise.
Oh man, fire it up right now even.
Oh yeah.
Space case runs, everybody.
The space case. You see that deep paint job? Get you lost in outer space.
Outer.
You got galaxies in it. I'm talking about the whole Milky Way.
We got the Milky Way starts right here, nice and purple streaming the Milky Way. We got galaxies on the hood.
And it goes into the cosmos. Just forever. And it doesn't stop. Another thing, you see them cables right there, indicating that this is not just a front wheel drive B series right hand drive wagon. This, my friend, is an all wheel drive B16 right hand drive wagon. Just a little preview of what this crazy scientist has built.
Hell yeah.
Where,
all in the garage.
What's your Instagram?
Instagram's Landers_Taylor.
Landers_Taylor.
We also started Klutch'n Kolours Garage on YouTube as well. So check that one out if you'd like.
I'm going to have that right down there, right at the bottom of the screen. So everybody can get up in there. He's got another one that he's already finished over here. The EG. Beautiful car. And the Datsun. Just another crazy day. And whenever I get back to the house, we'll show you what the hell we got going on over there. Gonna try a little experiment.
We'll have it on the road soon, y'all.
Oh yeah, you'll see this everywhere. That's the space case by this man.
What's up, everyone?
I call him Einstein. This is definitely going to be one fun damn ride. I can't wait to go for a ride in it because it's just going to be fun as hell. And it's going to turn heads everywhere we go. I could already see that, especially in traffic. But make sure you check out his page. It's going to be right in the link in the description. And I'm have it at the bottom of the screen. So we'll catch y'all later when we get back to the house. One more thing before we go. I almost forgot. Oh yeah, we got that whole entire moonroof. It's like a limo. You can have parties out of this thing. Definitely crazy.
Yes, sir.
Alright, we're back at the house. I was gonna come home and start on the project. You know, this is the 1991 Acura Integra. I've had this for about 8 years. Just a B18 B1, nothing special. I was fixing to get ready to start sanding it the rest of the way down and getting it ready for paint, and eventually was going to paint it. I'm going to take my time with it because it is ugly. It needs to be painted. A few little things that I still got to do because of the check engine lights. I just got to wire up the O2 sensor back up. I got to replace the TPS, which I already have. just got to pop in this new main relay because the relay that was in there went bad. So got to get that all squared up. That was the little things that I was going to do once I got back from Taylor's house. I was just going to pop those in, get the check engine lights to go away, and start sanding the car the rest of the way. But on the way home, the Civic decided to start making a little bit of a knocking noise, and I'm not sure what that is from yet. The B16 starting to knock. It's not a loud knock, it's not losing oil pressure, so I'm not sure if it's inside the engine or something loose. I'm fixing to bring it in the garage, jack it up, and see if I can figure out where it's coming from. Alright, we got the car jacked up on stands. I was fixing to crawl up underneath there, start it up, crawl up underneath and see if I can hear where it's coming from. Also, see if it's coming from up top or if it's coming from the bottom or whatever. I gave Taylor a call back, and he actually said he's going to come over here, so before I start it, I'm going to wait until he's here so I can actually have him start it up while I'm underneath the car and see if I can try to pinpoint where that knocking is coming from, because I definitely don't want to have it running too long if it is in the bottom end. So we're going to try to figure that out. We're just playing the waiting game until he gets here. So, well, it's a new day. Taylor did end up coming over last night, but the battery was low on the camera, so we didn't get to record anything. We did take the oil pan off, and we found massive amounts of metal shavings in the oil pan. So we did drop the bearings, and so we pulled off all the caps, and we found quite a bit of scoring. See if we can pick that up on camera. Yeah, we got quite a bit of scoring on the rod bearings and on the main bearings. So today what we're gonna end up doing is pulling out the engine, and we're gonna replace the crank and put new bearings in it, put it all back together and see what it does. Taylor is gonna be back on his way here in a little while, and come over and give me a hand with this. I've already started dropping the suspension, so we're going to go ahead and get everything else unbolted and unbuttoned so we can go ahead and pull this engine out, and then go from there, see what we can do. Well, Taylor just showed up.
What's up, everyone?
We finna get at it. We got the suspension all dropped, so now we're going to pull out that shift linkage and drop the exhaust and get her out, see what we can do.
Ghetto this hog on out the bottom of this bay, huh?
No cherry picker life.
No cherry picker life, huh?
We have cherry pickers, we just don't have access to them at the moment, so.
I'd get ones in storage, ones in belt. They'd be everywhere.
Alright, well, we gonna get at this hog.
Yes.
We're almost there. We got the harness unplugged, coolant lines up, we got the shifters undone, the exhaust is dropped. We've got to drop the front traction bar in order to pull it forward to get the exhaust dropped the rest of the way. We got a few little coolant hoses back here, little minor things. Working on pulling the starter out now. So our plan is to drop just the transmission, get it down out of the way, and then hopefully wiggle the engine down out of the way on a jack stand with our handy dandy sturdy old wood over here. We're gonna see how that goes. So
Do what we gotta do.
do what we gotta do to get things done around here. Again, he's pulling that starter. Matt's already got axles out. I showed up a little late, you know, like usual. Show up when the party's already started. Why start the party when you can show up when it's already started?
Oh yeah.
So. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna set this damn camera down and get something done here. We're gonna pull radiator out, right?
Yep. I had to cut some zip ties.
Cut some zip ties. You guys hear that? Better show that.
Cut some zip ties. Actually, you probably just pop them zip ties up.
Bam.
Oh, yeah.
One quick release zip tie. Boom. 2 quick release. Look at that. Radiator's ready to come out. Y'all ain't about that life.
Just gotta disconnect that fan switch.
Oh. Is it an actual plug or is it just...
No, it's actually a plug.
He actually plugged in the fan switch. He'll surprise you. This guy will throw a curveball at you every once in a while.
Only every once in a while. I like hard wires.
Hard wires, yep. As you can see back here, we got just a couple, you know, for this good old VTEC wiring. We just hardwire them. Untwist them, twist them back together, and we go back in.
It comes in and out enough to where you don't need to do it right.
Exactly. Hear that, guys? He's a professional at this. Comes in and out quite often. Oh, look at him making a mess.
Messy Marvin.
Messy Marvin. He says, don't worry, I got this bus tub. We'll catch all the coolant. Just some of the coolant, guys. Just like that, Matt's got himself a radiator. Look at all that room for activities now. So yeah, now I'm gonna work on just popping this lower traction bar off. Whatever you want to call it there. And so we can drop this exhaust the rest of the way. And then pop that trans off.
Just like that.
Just like that, he says. Snap of the fingers, it's out. Just kidding, just kidding. That'll come later.
And voila.
You guys look at that. He got himself a starter. He got that bottom bolt. As some of you know, it sits down in here in that dark, scary place on the transmission. And the bolt's just a pain in the ass to get to. This top one's real easy, but that bottom one, it's dreadful. So he got it out. Now we're gonna have to get this rear motor mount out. A few other little things there. Alright, y'all. So just got the lower traction bar dropped. Came out really easy. Now Matt's gonna crawl underneath and get the rest of this exhaust undone. And then as soon as we get that undone, we'll put a jack and some of our 2x4s underneath and undo this transmission mount, drop the tranny off of this thing, and then we will be about ready to pull the engine out. So
Hey, I should have did the exhaust before I dropped the coolant.
oh yeah, before you set yourself a waterworks. This guy just won Monopoly and got himself the waterworks card. So yeah, he's working on just dropping that exhaust. And this engine's about ready to come out.
I was wrong completely.
Oh.
12 and a 14.
12 and a 14.
That was a 13 and a 15.
Here's a 12. And where was that 14 that was just up here? Oh yeah. A 14 socket or wrench?
Wrench.
Ooh, where is that 14 wrench I left with you last night?
I think I put it back in the drawer.
Built, not bought. You guys see that? Woo! Look at that trusty Stanley 14. It always shows up when you need it. I should drop this coolant line right now and really let the fucking waterworks drop on his head, huh? It's about ready, guys. About ready to come on out. So Matt just got that exhaust dropped and crashed and banged down there. He had himself a tidal wave of coolant come out the tub, but he's all good now. Oh, there it is, an exhaust on the guy. Just like that, we got ourselves an exhaust.
Stock manifold.
Yeah, it's me. Matt's gonna play it like a bagpipe, but other than that,
This is that massive horsepower right here.
gains for days,
I
guys.
imagine there was an exhaust leak.
Oh, a little bit of an exhaust leak. If you guys see that little bit of a wiggle, that's horsepower gains. Decided to lay in some coolant.
Oil bath.
A little bit of oil bath. You know, laying down here in a whole bath. Alright guys, so the rear mount should be able to wiggle on out. Oh, look at that. Nice and easy. Hopefully. Something like that. One way or another. We'll wiggle it on out. Here it comes. Got the rear T-bracket out. That was actually pretty easy. If you watch my episode on me trying to get the T-bracket made on the wagon, definitely not that easy. Wagon's got shift cables, it's got all sorts of BS down in there, and I fought with it for like an hour to get it out. But this one just popped right out, nice and easy. T-bracket's out.
Right on out.
Right on out. So with that being said, we're going to drop the mount and pop this transmission off of here.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah. Let's grab a jack, huh? Oh, we need to make up some 2x4s. You guys are gonna enjoy this. Alright. So, we don't have any 2x4s, but Matt does have some scrap. Some quarter inchers. Look at these little babies. We're gonna stack a couple of them together. He's gonna kung fu chop a couple. Ooh, one more break. Bam! Look at that, equal lengths. One more of equal length. Uh-huh. Measured up. Measure twice, cut once. We're good to go. Look at that, we got ourselves a 2x4. Nice and stacked. Look at that, that'll work perfectly. 2x4 status, guys. We know how to make a 2x4 out of some leftover wood. Alright, so this thing had great oil pressure. Everything was good on it. But like we said, it spun a rod bearing.
Yeah, it had a quiet knock.
Quiet.
Yeah, it wasn't super loud.
And it came out of nowhere. This guy came by the house yesterday, and then he started it up and it made some rattling, like, grrr, you know. Drove it home, and we found a rod knock.
Yep.
So,
Instead of continuing to drive it on it, we said, fuck it, let's just pull it apart and redo it. So, try to save the crank at least, but we'll see what happens.
yeah, so here we are. Trying to show you guys real quick a little bit. You look right on this one here. We got a little scoring, so we might have to put another crank in it, which we have one laying around. We're still dropping oil out of this thing, out of the oil pump return. It had plenty of oil. Like we said, Matt just likes his VTEC. Too much. I don't know if you guys can see all the shinies, but it definitely enjoyed itself some VTEC. All the shinies. He full sent this one, guys. Full send on the V16. So we just slapped the pan up on there. Just a couple bolts hold it on. Easy enough to get it out. Alright, let's put that jack under. Drop this girl on.
So, homemade 2x4.
Homemade, guys. 2x4.
They got little nails sticking out of them, so with the pressure of the engine, it'll nail them boards together.
Not today, Junior.
The good old cobalt ain't strong enough for that one.
Damn cobalts.
Hey, that thing's pretty good though.
Yeah, you guys need a good one? Go pick up this little cobalt here. I paid like $100 for it. Thing works pretty well.
God damn.
Blow a big old vape cloud right in this guy's face. Make it real easy to work on shit.
Get lost in the clouds.
Lost in the clouds. Just put it on the impact at that point.
Oh yeah. Blow out the heavy hitter.
Heavy hitter for this one, guys. He gonna get it off.
No struggle.
Struggle ain't real here today, guys. Just like that. I'm gonna pop this motor mount off here.
Bam. Good old eBay solid mount.
Solid mounts. Get yourself some of these Place Racing. Yeah, they hold no BF,
Oh, yeah.
sturdy.
They're super solid. You feel all the vibrations in
All
the
of them.
apartment. All of them.
Look at this. Tag teaming. 2 for 1 around here, guys. 2 for 1. Ow, my toes. Damn, he just jumped that big old bolt on my toe. Should have rolled the steel toes today. So I think we've got all the bolts out.
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, I'm gonna set this camera down and we are going to pull this transmission out. Matt just cleaning himself up a little work area down there so he ain't taking another oil bath.
Oh, you know what?
What?
Intermediate shaft.
Oh, you didn't unbolt the intermediate? No. Alright, guys. Cut! Just kidding, he's just gotta pull the intermediate shaft. We still got that. These B series carry an intermediate. Ooh, we got a peeker. Look at him prowling underneath that thing like he's about ready to attack it. That kitchen smells good in there.
Oh yeah, mouthful of coolant.
Working in some tight quarters back there. Matt just got himself a mouthful of coolant dripping off there and got him. You guys gotta check this out. Let me get the light. We got a little bit of warrior ninja going on under here. Look at that. He got himself a face mask and all. Bam. 3 intermediate shaft bolts. And there goes, oh, an intermediate shaft. Bam. Everything's unplugged. Okay, move your arm out. I got the whole trans. Bam, just like that, guys. We got the trans out. Pretty simple. One guy bench presses it. One guy just kind of holds on, you know, here and here. Sets it down. They're pretty light. One guy can move them around. So we got that out. Now we're just staring at an engine. Now we gotta drop this out. So we're just gonna do that mount on the side, and then we'll actually just kind of roll it over on the jack stand and down out the bottom. Should go pretty easy. I think everything's unplugged.
We might have to just raise the car up a little bit. We still got more we can go.
Yeah? Should we do that?
Well, we can't really now because there's nothing holding the engine.
See, this guy right here thinks there ain't no other way to do this. But guys, I got a secret for you. Check this out. Someone has to be prepared when we go to do things like this. So, I made sure to throw the jack in the trunk. Yes, I got the second jack. Okay, hold on. Okay, go ahead. Look at this. Once again, 2 for 1. Multitasking. He's jacking up the car and I'm jacking up the engine. Grab that bus pan. Throw it under there. We got the waterworks flowing again. Real good. You know, we're doing this in our mom's house, so we want to make sure not to get any of that coolant on her nice garage floor. She'd be real mad at us. So we're gonna make sure to use her bus tub from her restaurant and collect all that coolant so we ain't getting on her garage floor. Alright, I'm just kidding. It ain't mom's garage floor, but you know. Alright, that one's up. How's she going? Okay, on. Okay. Keep going. Alright, so we got that jack out. Got the engine just resting on this one. We're gonna pop these 2 out, bring the engine over, down and out. Hopefully it goes as planned. What is that, 14er down there? Oh yeah. Money. Is that the welded nut? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because that mount's the only thing keeping it from flopping. Yeah. Yeah, he's going a minute this time. Ooh, you guys hear that race car out there? Uh-huh. Let's go do a little peeking on him. Creep around the corner, you know, like a little bam. Race car action over there, the neighbor. He be getting down in that Genesis. So we got this mount all unbolted. Matt's just finishing up his square, and then we're gonna drop her out the bottom. Alright, so you want me to man behind the engine?
Your small business might have started out as just you, but soon you needed a hand. And as you kept growing, so did your staff.
Okay, pull it forward.
More customers means a lot
Okay,
more
let's go
money.
down.
But QuickBooks Enterprise makes it simple. It lets you easily manage inventory, create custom reports,
Okay,
and will even
let's
grow
go
your
over
business
to you.
QuickBooks, smarter business tools for the world's hardest workers. Visit
You got it? Yeah.
QBS.com to find out more about QuickBooks Enterprise. QuickBooks, backing you.
Chilling with him now a little bit.
Alright. Yo, we driving, yeah. We living up, it's like saying my car smells fresh.
You good? Wait, are we? Oh shit. You got it? Oh, we got a hold. Got a straggler. Oh, that's all man can do. You got it.
Look at this guy wiggling it out.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Alright. What a mess.
No cherry picker.
None needed. Just a couple of jacks. And it's out. Good stuff there.
Some A1 Panamanian food.
Woo! Look at that. Man. We pull an engine and the lady cooks up some mean grub. Alright guys. Well, it's out. That's probably about all we're gonna film today. I'm gonna get Matt stuffing his face a little bit over here. You know, we might as well end out the video on a good term. Yep, that's right, everybody. Matt's chowing. Catch y'all in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Broken Honda Garage.